Maybe it's a little too low. Alright. Alright, so first thing I would advise you to do is it's very important to close the distance with Elsa. She's not really a long range shooter. She can be somewhat effective at long range, but it's very important to get close. But it doesn't mean that you walk right in front of people. One of my favorite things to do is I call it like a peekaboo thing, where you stand behind a wall, almost always be behind something, and just go in and out, shoot, shoot, just like annoy them, you know? And when they come to you, you could kill them because they're coming to you. You might even have a trap set up. So if you just stand at like, you want to always be close, but not close to them here, close to them behind something. It's a very strong. There was a game I played today where I did that with a different character. I'll probably show you as an example. But as you can see, right, you're not very effective here. You're not really shooting anyone. And this team's kind of bad. Look how they're all right next to each other. Wow. Anyways, you should try to get close without putting yourself in danger. That's something important to think about. You kind of got close there, but obviously you're in danger. Remember, you're not the tank. He has how much HP? He has a shield. He should be kind of on the front, right? So in theory, you should be playing behind him. But let's say that he's way too far back and you want to get close. How do you do it? It's like I said, you got to go from like over here, but don't put yourself in danger. Always be peekaboo and know when your escape is. What's my escape route? And you can't peek in here. You have to go like this. Boom, boom, boom. All right? See, you put yourself in danger and you died. Because remember, you're not the tank. The tank has enough HP to play there. Even the tank can't be too aggressive or they get punished. So you should not be playing that high up. I don't know why it's lagging. See, she's not a long range shooter, right? You see how little? It's not effective here. You gotta close the distance. But remember, when you're closing the distance, you have to be behind cover. You're not really doing anything here, right? Let's be objective, right? There's no value. This is not even, look at the damage. Nothing. I don't even know if they're, I don't know. You can shoot tanks, that's fine. But here's my advice for you. First of all, your team only has one tank. Actually, they have 0. Your tank gave up. It's really hard to play duelist without a tank because they're supposed to be the one blocking all the damage. If you don't have a tank, then you end up blocking all the damage and you're too low HP and you die. So it's just going to be an awkward match to play. But if you had a tank, you could play behind him, or you can kind of play over here. You can, with Elsa, you can play from here and dash. So, and you can even look objectively speaking, right? There's no value here. Look at their health, it's not even moving. You know, you're really doing nothing. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying, like, right, we can both agree here that nothing's happening. And anytime you try to get aggressive, you die. It's not even your fault because there's no tank, right? There's nothing you can do here other than maybe play tank, which I'm sure you probably don't like to play it. But that guy gave up too quick. Honestly, if you played Moon Knight here and just threw Onks, just threw Moon Knight stuff, these guys would all die instantly. Yeah, but see, you're not really shooting anybody. And there's no damage. Like, look at their health bar. It doesn't move. No, this is actually pretty creative. I like what you're doing here. Very smart. Look, this is actually what I want you to do. Something like this. Except, remember, you gotta be closer. She has no range. People keep saying she has range. It's okay. You gotta get closer. That was good. This is good. But as you can see, your team just killed 3 people. And instead of you playing aggressively, you're just kind of running away. Yeah, or maybe that time you should have run away. Okay. Somehow your team actually did something. See, you're not really shooting anyone. There's no one there. That ult, you should try to get closer to use it. Wow. Yeah. Okay, that's good. You know, like I said, try to close the distance, get closer. You gotta shoot people. You know, you gotta shoot the people. And get closer. Like, even look at their health. It's not even moving. Remember, she's not a sniper. It's confusing, honestly. I don't even know what that is. But it's not a long range gun. It's kind of like a shotgun with some range. You gotta get close. Right? See, you could even look at the damage. Like, let's look at your damage stats. It's the lowest in the team. Even Jeff has more. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying, like, obviously you have to close the distance. Okay, so, you know, in theory, you would want to get close to her. But maybe not expose yourself, but get here and shoot. Close the distance as much as you can without putting yourself in danger. See, you did decide to close the distance, which is good, but you just kind of put yourself in danger. Yeah, see how you kind of put yourself in danger? Imagine you instead kind of shot from here, going in and out. And, you know, you have to abuse her dash. She can dash every 2 seconds. You want to be constantly doing that, just abuse it. And dash to safe locations. Don't just dash to random locations, kind of dash between cover. But you gotta close the distance. As you can see, the damage here is too low.
Thanks for the love. Back from the grave, better than...
One down.
Release the Glotron!
You gotta get closer when you want to use that thing. It doesn't really work from that range. They can easily dodge it. But yeah, remember, you gotta get closer. See, it's not... Look at the damage. Look at their health bar. It's not moving. But now, as you can see when you close the distance, suddenly there's damage. Think logically, how can I close the distance without putting myself in danger? Would I go here? No, because if I walk up here, I die. You want to go from here, but don't go up to them. Kind of like a safe distance from a flank. Just like boom, boom, boom. I'll try to show you a game I played earlier today to give you an example. Why don't I just show you one? 1 second. So this character is kind of similar to Elsa in some ways. So look how I'm attacking from here, but I'm safe. You know, I'm always ready. If they come to me, I go back in there. Look, you come to me, I go back. And look how annoying that is. Right, I'm shooting you, come deal with me. Oh, bye. And that's kind of how you have to. Well, at this time, I'm dealing with this character here. Whatever. You're gonna see it again, right? We're gonna. Oops. So look how I'm gonna go from the side. I'm gonna close the distance, go in and out, just annoy them. Like, okay, come deal with me. I'm just gonna leave. So it becomes impossible to deal with someone because they just retreat. As long as you're approaching, look, I see the safe short angle. I'm flanking, but it's safe flank. It's not like, oh, I'm risking it. Whatever. So, you know, just try to think of it that way with Elsa. I could look at another game. Let's look at another game of yours. Okay, this is another one. I think is a different game, right? Yep. We'll speed it up. It's actually pretty good. You're approaching from a short angle. I like that. See how there's more damage when you get close. This is pretty good. I actually see how you're peeking in and out. Kind of player like that. This is good. See how much damage there is? But you just gotta put yourself in a safe position. That's the important thing. Don't put yourself in danger. But you see there's more damage when you get close. Right? You want to get as close as you can without putting yourself in danger. Think of it that way.
What the hell are those things, Namor?
Diablo's hungry!
Very much.
There you are, you cheeky git! Ready! Watch your step! Dodge this, mate! Thanks for the love, love.
See how you're shooting from range is doing nothing. She's not a ranged shooter.
Saved by the
You gotta get
Bloodstone
close. Yeah, you know, that's the main thing. Just try to get close without putting yourself in danger. I'm sure things will be different. She's just don't shoot from far away. It's a shotgun in the end, right? You see how it's doing no damage. They're not taking any damage, right? You see, it's like, look at their health bar. It's not even moving. But I like how you're peeking in and out. So you have the concept, you understand that, that's good. But if you do that, you gotta get closer. And don't use that ult from far away anymore. It's not gonna do anything. I think you got the idea.